Right there. Him.
I've been chasing these dreams, balling down with my team. I make bread while I sleep. I don't stress, I just breathe. Being broke ain't my thing. I've been chasing these dreams.
What's going on, people? You're watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. I'm your host, Bernard Watts. Only thing I ask that you do, hey, hit that like button as you come in to watch this broadcast for me. Will you do that for me? Appreciate it. ESPN, Riddick, have said some words about the Shedeur situation. Riddick went on to say on ESPN that Shedeur is ice skating up here because he don't think the Cleveland Brown is trying to prep him and elevate him in that quarterback room like they're doing the others. And Riddick does has a valid point. And he also will listen at that owner comment at that interview. Well, in spite of what other people may think, in spite of what Riddick is saying, Shedeur is up for the task. Don't get that twisted. He ain't no quitter now. Even though the odds may seem against Shedeur, put them numbers up there. But them numbers show otherwise. No matter what the devil throw at me, I'm coming. No matter what the situation is right now with me, I'm coming. No matter what other people may think of my situation, I'm still him. Put them numbers back up there because the numbers don't lie. People may lie on me from the north, south, east, and west, but the numbers that I'm putting up don't lie. I'm 49 of 70 with 6 TDs. I only missed 21 passes in count. Look at the rest of them. Give me them numbers that DG have thrown. Let me throw 115. I guarantee you I'm going to complete at least 95 of them. I'm a 70% pass completion quarterback since I've been playing at Jackson State, Cleveland, and also back in Colorado. Check the record. Yeah, this hill may be high, but I got the boots and the effort to climb it. I'm just trying to tell you, boy. Okay. Hey, this hill may be high, but I got the boots and the strength to climb it. Keep climbing. Walk them down, 12. Walk them down, 12. I'm just trying to tell y'all. Listen, I tell you what. That's all
dancing
right
this
now.
one today, ain't
Here,
yeah. Did he have that on yesterday?
From Riddick.
I think he did.
First take with Stephen A. Smith. That's it, a word.
This is what it tells me, though. What it tells me is that this young man is ice skating uphill. That's what it tells me. Because they are not in lockstep as far as how they view him within that organization. Why else would you come out and say, as I was driving home on Friday night, if you would have told me we were going to draft Shedeur Sanders on Saturday, I would have said, that ain't happening. What that means is there's enough people at the top of the totem pole who are like, nah, he's not for us. Simple as that. And then he went on to say, we had the right people in the room. We had a meeting about it Saturday, and we had the right people in the room, and ultimately Andrew picked the player. I mean, what the hell?
Why
what
are you saying that right now? He's on the team.
Exactly. So if you're Shedeur Sanders, and you're sitting wherever you're sitting in the dorm rooms in Berea, like that I slept in when I played for the Browns too during training camp, and you're watching or you're watching the news, and you're seeing the owner sit there and go, no, well, as of Friday night, they weren't even thinking about me. And then they had a meeting, and the right people were in there, and they wound up drafting me. I'm sitting here going, man, am I really at the right place here? Do I have people that are all rooting for me that want to make this competition here really fair and equitable? They want to make it an organic competition, or are there ultimately going to be some people who are saying, I didn't want this guy. And so they're not going to support me in those personnel meetings that I was a part of for 8-9 years. And I know how people can get personal with those things in those meetings. This was not a real good interview in my estimation because it doesn't help the player at all. And quite honestly, it doesn't help the opinions that we have about how Cleveland goes about doing business. It doesn't at all to me.
Riddick, the former NFL player and a former personnel director of the Washington Redskins, gave his thoughts on the Shedeur Sanders situation. But still, you just got to like the way Shedeur has performed, even though the circumstances that he's in is kind of difficult, but time will tell. Time will tell when it get before game one. Time gonna tell. We got these scrimmages coming up. We got preseason coming up. Shedeur Sanders telling you right now and showing you he's the better than Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and Dylan Gabriel. And even on yesterday, during practice, even though Shedeur was held out because of arm soreness, it's been reported, put it up there on the screen, that the fans, when they were watching Dylan Gabriel and Joe Flacco, we want Shedeur. We want Shedeur. Listen, they gonna get louder and louder and louder, especially at a home game against Cincinnati. Don't let my dog go out there starting. Don't let Kevin Stefanski pick Dylan Gabriel or either one of these quarterbacks to go out there and start that game. And if it don't start right, that chant gonna get louder and louder and louder and louder. We want Shedeur. We put it back up there. They reported, they said that DG looked it so bad. He looked it so bad. And Joe Flacco looked it bad. The crowd just went crazy. We want Shedeur. They gonna get Shedeur. Y'all just hold on. This thing gonna play out for a reason. Listen, the Cleveland Brown organization for its quarterback decision has been awful. Terrible. They haven't won.
We live. Let's set the tone.
Hey, hold on.
Let's set the tone in the division. Let's get in the end zone. Here we go. That's it.
You got to have a quarterback. And so far, what we done seen is on tape. Not what somebody on the quarterback. I'm talking about what they don't release out there on the internet. The tape and the videos that I done showed you. Listen, DG is not gonna get no better. This is who he is. Joe Flacco, 41, not gonna get any better. Those are the tapes they put out. That's who they are. Also, Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett don't even want to go out there. Matter of fact, they making him go out there. He telling you, man, I can't run. That's my greatest strength. Now I'm gonna be a sitting duck, a liability. He let them know, man, I ain't ready for this. They trying to hold out that the players of Shedeur who want this. Cleveland, what are y'all doing, man? What y'all doing out there? Y'all got to get it together. But I got one more video that I got to share with you. And it kind of line up what y'all been saying, telling me, and what I've been saying lately off my last two videos. Man, this collusion thing, it look like it's real, y'all. Listen to this former NFL running back of the New England Patriots. I think his name, Damian Harris, who is now an analyst on one of the TV networks. Hear what he had to say about this draft process with Shedeur Sanders. Play that video. Boy, he talking some, he makes you go, Play that video, Damian.
And I think that this is the NFL starting to take a stand with all the changes that we are seeing in the climate of college football. These kids, they have a lot of power, and especially a kid like Shedeur, whose father happens to be Deion Primetime Sanders. Kids hold all of the control and all the power when it comes to college football. Whenever that starts to transcend and work its way and leak and creep into the NFL, that's when the owners are going to put their foot down. That's when the league is going to put its foot down and say enough is enough. And I think this is the perfect example of it. And unfortunately, it does have to be Shedeur. we can sit here and talk about how great he is as a quarterback, how accurate he is, how he stands in the pocket and delivers the football under pressure. He does a lot of things well. But at the end of the day, this is not about Shedeur's play. This is about the fact that he is the most polarizing, the brightest example of what college football is becoming. And he is going to suffer because of it. He is suffering because of it, because the NFL is looking at him like he's our prime suspect of somebody we can make an example out of and send a message. And that is exactly what the NFL is doing.
I will also say this too, and it's
only thing I'm saying, man, you got former GMs, former player director personnel, you got former players, you got former quarterbacks who done played positions, is locked in on this situation at Cleveland. And they talking. The streets are talking and the streets are watching. They watching and they listening at this situation. This gonna be the biggest story of the NFL season this year. The quarterback situation at Cleveland. Really, it ain't going to be the quarterback situation at Cleveland. It's going to be Shedeur Sanders at Cleveland. That's why people talking. If Shedeur Sanders wasn't on this team, man, wouldn't nobody be standing this team. They wouldn't be standing what they do. Man, we don't care what y'all do. You want to roll Joe Flacco out there? Who cares? Only reason why we are here is because of Shedeur Sanders. W12 in the chat and let him know. Boy, only reason why I'm here, Cleveland. I ain't no dog pound. I ain't no fan. Only reason I'm rooting for you is because Shedeur Sanders. W12 in the chat. Just to let you know. Yeah, that's the only reason. You see, there right there. Right? That's the only reason why I'm here. But still, no matter what, Shedeur Sanders has outperformed each quarterback. He don't outperform Joe Flacco. He don't outperform Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel since he's been up there in Cleveland. Since he's been up there, since day one, he's been doing it on the field and off the field. A strictly professional quarterback. A franchise quarterback at that. All Shedeur needs is an opportunity. And I promise you, he will turn your franchise around. He will turn the Cleveland Browns franchise around if named the starting quarterback. And when other players come up for free agents, they going to want to come and play for Shedeur. They going to want to come and play for Shedeur Sanders at Cleveland. Out of all the places, you're going to have big-time running back, big-time wide receivers, big-time defensive players. They going to come and want to play for Shedeur Sanders if he's the starting quarterback, because he will be your franchise quarterback. When the other guys come up for free agent, they going to run to Cleveland. Even probably run up there for less money, because Shedeur is that guy. He's that guy. He's your guy. Don't mess this up, because really, right now, you really done made it complicated. We shouldn't even been at this place for discussion when it comes to y'all quarterback room. Because come this Friday, now, me personally, I don't think they're going to play Shedeur Friday. Just me. I'll be shocked. Put it like that. I will be shocked if they play Shedeur Friday. That's why they rushing Kenny Pickett back. They want him to play in this game come Friday. So they can roll out these three quarterbacks. Joe Flacco, he going to play more than he think he going to play. Oh, yes, he is. Joe Flacco going to play more than he think he going to play. Oh, they finna get them $3 million they don't guarantee out of him, because they know he ain't it. So that's why he going to play. He going to play in the game. I know a lot of people say he just going to go out there and take 2 or 3 snaps or 2 or 3 offensive drives. No, he ain't either. No. That owner wants them $3 million they don't guarantee him, because they know he ain't going to be no factor during the regular season. So they going to play Joe Flacco. That's why they need Kenny Pickett to finish off quarter or 2 quarters and let DG go that last quarter. That's how this thing going to play out. That's my belief. I could be wrong, but that's how I see it right now. Because, like Louis Riddick said, this whole process, they haven't elevated or turned it up a notch to get Shedeur ready. Shedeur haven't even ran at least 10 plays with the first team offense. So I know he's not finna start in this game. I know he's not. The writing's on the wall. He's not going to start in this preseason game coming up Friday. So I ain't even got to worry about that. He's not ready to start. He haven't ran with the first team offense. And it's a possibility to me. They're not going to let him play this Friday. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. But the way it's going, I don't see it. But no matter what, at the end, they're going to have to come and talk to Shedeur Sanders about being a quarterback. Joe Flacco is not the answer. Kenny Pickett is not the answer. Neither is Dillon Gabriel. Numbers don't lie. He did way more with less. He did way more with less. He made Luke Gage a household name since he been up there. Shedeur did. When Shedeur was out yesterday, they got a chance to run with Joe Flacco. They got a chance to run with DG. You know why? Because Shedeur Sanders was at the bottom of the field along with them. And those coaches seen the wide receiver catching the ball from who? Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders made them who they are. They talked about Luke and Gage more than they have talked about their number one wide receiver in Jerry Jeudy this whole offseason. So if you tell me and ask me, hey, who the star of the Cleveland Browns wide receiver, I have to be honest with you. If I go off of this year, I got to tell you Luke. I got to tell you Gage. Jerry Jeudy been missing in action. Why? Because he haven't had the quarterback, the type of quarterback like Shedeur to throw him the ball. You see them passes. You see how that pass. Jerry Jeudy got so frustrated. When DG threw the ball, he didn't even try to catch it. Over there on that sideline. Put it up there and show it to him. Didn't even try to catch it because, his spirit down. He know Gage is catching the ball from Shedeur. He know Luke is catching the balls and his name is floating all over social media. See, everybody keep thinking it's a mental thing on Shedeur. No. It's a mental thing on them starter wide receivers because they need the ball. They're not going to be able to get their bonus checks with Joe Flacco, with Kenny Pickett, nor Dillon Gabriel because they don't throw a catchable ball. They're not accurate with just like Shedeur is. Jerry Jeudy is frustrated. I promise you. It's going to show his head during this regular season. When them cameras come on, when them lights come on, all them balls getting overthrown, underthrown, battered at the line of scrimmage, and Jerry Jeudy he been voted 100 player, the top 100 player in the NFL before the season started. Then he going to roll out there with Cincinnati. 3 attempts, no catches. They're going to be saying, dog, where Jerry Jeudy was. I'm just trying to, trust me, if Shedeur is not out there on game 1, that's how this story is finna roll out. And then they're going to bring it to the clubhouse.
Great.
And that's when the rubber meet this match. When that locker room starts speaking out and Kevin Stefanski start losing the locker room, y'all got to come and talk to Shedeur. You got to come and talk to my dog. You got to come and talk to him. So they still have a chance. They still got they got one more month to work this thing out. Somebody going to have to get cut or somebody going to get put on that practice squad. I don't know which way they're going to go, but we finna find out. We going to find out because you put Shedeur on that practice squad. Somebody going to come and get Shedeur. And they ain't got to give you nothing. You put Dillon Gabriel or Kenny Pickett or Joe Flacco on that practice squad, they safe. Ain't nobody want them. Trust me. They see them tape just like we see them. They see them numbers from ESPN Cleveland just like we see them. See, at first, y'all put that ESPN Cleveland tracker out there to try to hurt Shedeur. Because you want to prove a point to us, the CU fan base, the Sanders fan base. We finna show you Shedeur isn't like that. We're going to put these numbers up here. Yeah, and ever since, yeah, Tony Grossman, them numbers done came back and slapped you in the face. You put them numbers out there starting off to show us that Shedeur ain't like that because you got tired of hearing Shedeur and you want to pump up DG. And now, them numbers done came back and slapped you in the face, especially 2 days ago. Put that chart up there 2 days ago. He ain't mentioned, Tony Grossman ain't mentioned about that performance lately. Now, he did say something about that performance the other day. He said, boy, he said he was terrible. I got to give you credit on that one, Tony. You did say, boy, yeah, he been terrible. You just didn't want to notice that. You just didn't want to report on that. Boy, Tony Grossman, you know Shedeur that dog. Stop playing, man. Try to ask him a question when he walking off the field. Is he okay? Yeah, he okay. He know who you is. You really think he gonna give you an honest report on what's wrong with him? Because he know how you been talking? Man, come on, Tony G. Come on, Tony G. Come on. Sanders, we not crazy out here in these streets, bro. But anyway, family, once again, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. But you just got to like where Shedeur is right now. But before I move on, I'm just trying to tell you, hey, I got another video I want to show you about. Nah, we're going to get out of here. All right? I was going to show another video, but I'm going to get ready to end this show on a good day. I'll save it for Monday, but I'll be back live tonight with JR Boxing and Coach Dre. Once again, thank you for watching another episode of Sports Talk with B. Watts. I'm your host, Bernard Watts. Until next time, y'all be blessed. Peace. What's going on, family? The Cleveland Browns of the National Football League has found their franchise quarterback in Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders was the best quarterback out of this past NFL draft.